Bring him in. Face forward.
So I heard you and the boys trying to put a podcast together, huh? Don't want me.
What's this shit that shit about this podcast?
Come on, man. You know what the fuck is going on? Politics, news, entertainment. Nigga, the real is back. Alright, you understand what's going on, man. It's the official intro to the dealers. I am Mr. V, aka Johnny Valentine.
I'm Light Skin God. I am excited. It's finally here, my nigga.
Yeah, we've been working on this for about, we ain't gonna say how long, so it may look like some OD procrastinators. But we've been doing it. Understand the real is back. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great because the streets been waiting on this. Atlanta been waiting on this. America been waiting on this, bro.
Make America great again. Wasn't that the line?
I think so.
That was the line. Bring the real back. That's gonna put that on the shirt.
I'm back from Miami. You know what I'm saying? So we got something real special for Atlanta right now. So how you feeling?
I feel good. You know, it's the dealers. I've been waiting on doing a podcast for a minute. I've been just taking my time. Too long. Took too much long time. I ain't gonna lie. I'm procrastinating. I do apologize to y'all. But you know,
so let's do this. Let's talk about why is it called The Dealers.
So to me, the reason why I named the podcast The Dealers is because it's a play on words. 9 times out of 10, when you associate the dealing of anything, unless you're dealing cars, you're really talking about something where it's illegal, dealing drugs, or you know, basically. So I like to play on words because we're actually going to give real knowledge. We're going to go over real topics. We're going to talk about real things that people actually want to hear. And we're going to have all of our people that listen, download our podcast, tune into the YouTube, actually involve themselves in the podcast. Let us know what you want to talk about. Let us know what you want to hear. It's not just about us, because we can talk all day for an hour, but if there's nothing concrete for everybody that's tuning in and paying attention to what we got going on, then it don't even make no sense.
Exactly. A big topic that we're gonna hit on every single episode is how to be successful in Atlanta. For some reason, coming to Atlanta makes everybody's dreams come true. So we're gonna have weekly guests that come onto our show that's gonna actually break down their hustle, their grind, what they do consistently that got them to where they're doing now. So that's going to be a big thing that we're excited about. Our guests, we got some fire coming through. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, we do. I apologize for the stupid face I was making just now, but I was pondering some things. We're gonna touch a lot of topics. Okay, we're gonna go over news, what's happening in politics, what's happening in the globe. Because one thing that people don't know is if you don't have the knowledge and the keys that you need to be successful, by just paying attention to your surroundings, you're not going to make it, period. Because a lot of things that people don't understand is the simple things are what makes the greater picture. One simple actual thought when it comes to like just knowing the knowledge. For instance, say you do real estate. You pay attention to the news and they talk about how the tax decline in Gwinnett County. So you just realize that property value has decreased, which gives you opportunity to buy at cheaper rates. So we're going to touch on everything from news to politics to entertainment, music, movies, everything. And also on top of that too, like you said, the guests we bring in, we're going to have our of course, you know, I got to stick to the trend that I like to do. I like to spotlight artists. We're going to spotlight actual entrepreneurs. We're going to get both sides of the grind. It's not just going to be a one-sided. It's not your normal podcast. It's not a normal show where people are going to be talking about, oh, this gossip, that blah, blah. Now, don't get me twisted. We will touch on some stupid shit because I know people can tend to get involved too seriously and need to laugh every now and then. So we will touch on the gossip, what's going on, because I know people want to hear it. So we'll touch on that too.
Exactly. Shout out to my nigga 3B. He the one behind this. He the cameraman behind this.
Yes, 3B TV was popping, man.
That nigga, he's a magician behind this whole camera thing. Shout out to him.
So what made you want to do the podcast in the first place?
Because we've been talking about this for a very long time.
Yes.
And of course, every time me and you link up, it's magical. Y'all know us from the club scene, from the good days, from Obsessions, Rich 2, Primal,
Lucky Lounge,
Frequency, the whole underground. That was the good days. Speaking of that, because I wanted to ask you, because I fell back from the whole club hosting scene.
Mm-hmm.
What do you feel like is different with the Atlanta club scene now?
Well, honestly, with the Atlanta club scene, what's different to me is, alright, I'll just be blatant with it, like, motherfuckers feel entitled. Like before, when people used to go out, they used to spend their earned money enjoying themselves because they know they worked hard to get it. So the enjoyment of being out there and actually being able to, buy a bottle, buy a couple drinks, turn up with their people, it felt better before because it was organic.
Right.
It's not organic now. It's so much quick money, so many scams, so many opportunities to make fast cash that it's become an everyday thing. So now it's boring.
So let me ask you this, because I was on Instagram the other day and I looked over DJ Tone, big homie DJ Tone, shout out to him, one of my favorite DJs in Atlanta. I saw him post something saying a lot of people are blaming the DJs for the lack of fun in the club now. Do you agree that the DJs are lacking as far as what they're putting out and how they're DJing? That might be a reason why partying in Atlanta isn't what it used to be, or do you feel like that's not an issue at all?
I feel like DJs themselves are not an issue. Now, what I will say is, though, there is an oversaturation of DJs. Like before partying back in the day, you had a select few, and it was always competition. Like you had comp was what made partying fun back then too. Like people like me, like you, it was the comp. We had people over here doing this, so we know we had to make sure our spot was live lived, and this person and that person. But now it's an oversaturation of the same thing.
Right.
DJs don't mess with party unless there's no way.
Unless you're just a terrible.
Unless you're just a terrible DJ, but as long as your setup is good, where you have a supporting cast, like you think about it, you have a great host, you have a great DJ. Even if you have a good host and a good DJ, your party will still create itself, but you have to, as a promoter, they create the atmosphere. There's no way they can blame a DJ or a host that the party be bad, which is crazy because they do it all the time. They be like, yo, shit's not live, yo, turn up. But you have a club full of people sitting in the section in the VIP that just standing around, like doing nothing. They ain't got nothing to do with the music, because they'll turn up, like girls will turn up when their song come on, but after that they back on their phone. That's another problem too.
Yeah, but females are dancing like how they used to, because back in the day, you could get behind a female and she was gonna throw that ass back on you. Now
we used to go to the club for twerk.
Now
I think that's
you can get behind a female and she gonna look back at you like, nigga, what are you doing? So
that's why I said privilege. A lot of people tend to feel like they're privileged now. That goes with the quick money. Like you got to think about it. It was if you were a person and whoever you were in the club popping bottles, more than one in a section, you had your people with you, and at that point in time with those people, y'all automatically might have been doing the same thing. The rappers, real dealers outside of us that actually were working for their money. Because I feel like this, I don't care what you do. If you work hard for your paper, work hard for your money, you get your money how you gonna get it how you live. But at the same time, it's different. Back then, you gotta think, even niggas out here slaying dope work for their money. It's not like niggas just like wake up in the morning and got 40 million plays.
Facts.
Like nah, the niggas that's actually out here slaying is the ones that's out here actually busting ass. Cause they have a lot to worry about too, just like a regular nigga with a job. You can get fired at your day job, like that nigga go to jail. Shit, it's the same thing. Both niggas is out of money for 4 to 3 months, depending on how long it takes niggas to get their money back. But at the same time, that hard work, you niggas would come together and go out and enjoy themselves. But now it's a quick catch. Everybody making quick money, regardless of how they make it. It's quick money. quick money, quick money, quick money. So you have so many people in the club now feeling entitled that they feel like they come to show off their money that they just made. But before, it was about the actual fact of the opportunity where you worked and then you played. But now, all niggas do is play all day. There's no work involved, so there's no release. There's no transcendence into this whole, yeah, we about to have fun tonight. We turning up.
Yeah.
Nigga.
I think another thing too is all about perception as well. Because if you're not in a section these days,
You feel like you can't have fun.
you feel like you can't have fun.
Which don't make no sense.
And the way the clubs are being built these days, if you look at the new type of clubs that are coming out now,
There's no dance floor.
it's all sections.
There's
so
no
as
dance
far
floor.
as that, what are you supposed to do as a customer?
If you're a regular person.
A regular person, well, if that's entitled as a regular person to not have a section, which kind of goes back into saying you need a section not to be called a regular person.
Exactly. And that's what, let me tell you a story, dog. Like, I had a homeboy, he went to said club, I won't name the club, but he went to a club downtown, him and his girl, and he wasn't pleased with his time there. Cause he took his girl, like 3 of her friends out. You know, he a hardworking nigga. Like, he got a regular day job. You know, he got 9 to 5 gig. He make his money. You know, he go to work, wake up in the morning, go to sleep, whatever. But he took his girl and like 3 of her friends out, paid for everybody to get in, bought drinks, and it was just like the most uncomfortable time to them because around them was so many people. They didn't, like, the girls wanted to dance, but they couldn't move. Because there was no dance floor. So if you weren't in a section, you were lined up against the wall. And it's just like, you really want people to enjoy themselves because at the end of the day, those regular people are the ones that keep your club open.
And I mean,
Yeah, a nigga might come and pop 10 bottles, spend like 10 grand at your bar, but how many times they do that shit in a month?
right.
It's the people that come in there religiously, buy those 3 drinks for $12 a piece, multiply that by 100 people doing that, and just made $3,600 off those regular customers. Those are the ones that are keeping the lights on.
I think that's the big difference. Like I said, if the customer don't have anywhere to dance at, they're not going to be able to dance. And like I said, I'm not on the Atlanta scene, like how you are, like how I used to be. But I definitely do see a difference from then and now.
It is a difference. It's a major difference. I think social media had an effect on it too.
Yeah, definitely.
I think social media had a big play on it too, because when it came to back in the day, like it was like 30 years ago, like in 2010, there wasn't. You had Facebook, you had Twitter, but you didn't have where I'm looking for, like this. I would say the snap effect, where you can post something right now and everybody see it.
Right.
You know, like if you posted on Twitter, you took the pictures, then went and posted it later on your computer,
Right.
uploaded it. Very rare people had this shit on the app on their phone. Because back then, all you had was a G1. It wasn't really no iPhone for real.
Yeah, the Blackberry.
The Blackberries. That's when Google had first dropped the G1. That could barely do anything. The first Android shit that was still stupid. But then you had Facebook. Same thing. You would take the pictures or go find them on the sites like ATL Pics or whoever in your city would take the pictures, and then you would save them and upload them later. Like now, people be so focused on this. This is the part of people you see in the club. This right here, because they all like this.
Social media.
Like social media had a big play on it. That's why it's a few clubs out here that, like me personally, like I like MJQ. Like we were talking about earlier before the show. Like MJQ, you get no service down there. It's underground. Like, you go down there, there's no service. You literally have to leave the club to get service on your phone.
I haven't been to MJQ yet, but I definitely want to go because I keep hearing a lot of positive things about it.
MJQ's lit because it's a different type of atmosphere. People party there. They party there.
And I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. Everybody wants that old house party vibe, have fun, but it's just not happening. And like I said, it seems like every day, every time I get on my timeline or I talk to somebody, they just always talking about how partying in Atlanta isn't the same, but we're known as a partying city or the most, the main partying city in America.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, me personally, I think the major changed with social media. Once social media took effect, how it did, it changed the atmosphere. Because you got to think about it. Back then, the aim was to go out, meet a girl, try to fuck with her, do whatever. But you would do the things that you would take to meet the person or to get to that level.
Right.
Like, you would go meet a chick at the club, she on the dance floor, try to dance with her.
Right.
She ain't feeling it, all right, next chick, try to dance with her.
You didn't have to do that no more.
You can't do that no more.
But you don't. But I don't think it's more of a can't. It's that you don't have to either.
But that's the point. Like, that's because you can't do it no more, it fell away. Like, you buy a girl a drink. Niggas ain't buying niggas drinks at the club no more. Unless they came with the table, niggas ain't buying, niggas ain't cool. Even like people say chivalry is dead, but that's because of social media. Social media is the reason why chivalry is dead. Most of it, because chivalry's not there for everybody.
Yeah, but you mean, majority.
Majority. Because it, honestly, social media has created a difference in fact to where men don't have confidence anymore. Men do not have confidence anymore because of the social media outlet. Like, they had them before, but it wasn't as grand. Like, it wasn't as critically acclaimed or accepted for a chick to get on Facebook or Twitter and talk about how she liked to get fucked.
But I disagree.
Now,
I disagree with that. I feel like social media has given niggas or whatever more confidence because you can hide behind your phone and actually talk to females.
But that's not confidence.
Able to talk to.
That's not confidence because they're still hiding. They're afraid.
Yeah, but you're still able to speak to that female. I'm pretty sure you had an ugly girl slide in your DMs and or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, first of all, I know you would never talk to me in real life.
Shit, me. Girls that are considered ugly or not the top big girls, those are the ones with the most confidence.
Shit, me.
Them the ones that walk up to you and be like,
them be the main bitches that will keep walking by.
that's because you a mean nigga.
Yeah.
I'm not mean. I'm a friendly guy.
Nah.
Like, dog, I'm telling you, like, well, in my experience, it's the bad ones that act like they're too bougie to talk to. And it's even worse now. But the crazy part is, the same girls that will reject the nigga talking to them in the club or wherever they meet are the same ones complaining about being single on these same social sites. These are the same girls that will screenshot their DMs and put niggas on blast will be the same girls that be complaining about being single on these same sites.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
Don't make no sense.
They're complaining about not getting what they want. And
what's what they want though?
it might be, the average girl, let's speak upon the average. The average girl wants either a guy with money, a popular guy, or a bad boy. Now, if she's consistently chasing that certain type and not getting it, that's what it's gonna be. And she's gonna ignore all the average Joes and the nice guys, and of course,
but that's my point.
About being
you gotta think about it before. Now everybody has a social handle. It don't matter if it's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Everybody got one. A person can check your whole life. Might not be what you really do. Could be what all you do. But in less than 5 minutes by just following you on a social handle.
Right. Now
that's the point that I'm saying right there, because at the end of the day, you really don't know. Well, you never knew what somebody did before.
Right.
Because even with Facebook back then and Twitter back then, Twitter didn't have no media profile. You had your picture up there and your tweets.
And it was just all statuses.
It was all statuses. It wasn't no photos and all that came up later. You know what I'm saying? How you living. Facebook had the photos and video, but people, because Facebook was family orientated, people weren't putting up certain on Facebook, and they still don't. Some people don't put up certain stuff on Facebook.
I don't even use my Facebook.
That's my point. Like, some people don't use the Facebook because of the pictures they post on. Their family might follow them on Facebook because Facebook is a more broader social site, media outlet, whatever you want to call it, than actual like Instagram is now Snapchat. Oh, you have premium.
It's some more visual.
Yeah, think about it. You have premium Snapchats. You have people selling themselves on Snapchat. What? Like, this was not around. But that is the shit that destroyed social behavior to me. Because I see it, being a couple, I see it all the time. A nigga will see a girl, she might be bad, she might be ugly, might be big, she might be fast, might be a shit, whatever nigga type is, everybody like different shit. But nigga might see the girl he wants and won't even speak to her in the club, won't even speak to her out in public.
No.
He'll wait until he get back or get on his phone and be like, hey, how you doing? You know, I saw you at the club. But can you blame him? Because if he was to walk up to that same person, the question is, would she respond or would she ignore him and act like she's on her phone?
You don't know.
So niggas don't even take the chance. They'll just rather hit her up, DM her, she don't respond, oh well. Versus, that's why I said when it comes to fear, niggas are more afraid of rejection now than before. Like a lot of stuff, so social media is like the cause of. Niggas call it what they want, but social media has caused a lot of breakdowns.
Definitely. I agree with you.
It's made relationships harder. It's made being in a faithful relationship harder. It's made getting to a relationship harder. Courtship, everything is harder due to the social outlets.
That's because social media makes everybody in the world so accessible.
Exactly.
Just like celebrities, bro. I mean, just the average Joe can say anything he wants to anybody. Before, back in the day, a celebrity could talk about their projects, and an average person couldn't say, "Hey, nigga, you suck," and you wouldn't have to worry about that. But now, if Rick Ross drops an album and he drops it on his Instagram, everybody can say whatever they want to say about him, and he's going to be able to see it, and that's going to affect him. You see what I mean? So it's just, like I said, you're accessible. Relationships,
everything.
Friendships.
Yeah, you got to think about it. You got to think about it. In a city where you have, 500,000 people, you can actually do that. Well, you know what? We're going to hold it there. Because we can give them a lot, and we want to make sure they come back. Got any shout-outs?
Man, shout out to you, man. This is something that we've been, trying to do for a long time. Shout out to 3B behind this, like I said. That's it, man.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to welcome y'all to the Dealers. It's just a little tidbit of what we got going on. Light-skinned God. I'm Mr. V. Until next week, stay tuned and stay blessed.
Bring it, man. Face forward.
So I heard you and the boys trying to put a podcast together, huh? Oh, what, me?
What's the shit that I've seen about this podcast?
Come on.